Okay, again, so it's very. I want to say to mention a point which is very basic, and I'm sure that anyone that follows me, since sometimes already knows what will understand exactly what I mean. It's nothing will be new to you, but as I understand that many people are new to my even to the knowledge of my existence, and certainly to many important international issues that surround my existence. I feel obliged to repeat basic stuff, even though it will not be the first time, and sometimes not even the 10th time. But I in a very short manner, I will repeat. You see that I repeat. Again, I mention very, I think, important aspects of my existence. Of course, I recommend everyone to read and everything that I wrote during the last couple of years, and also, of course, to watch the Twitter videos. And there is immense amount of recording in my personal Evernote account, which is not public, but if you have the everything is backed in Gmail, so if you have access to the echelon, you can take everything from there. So the issue is, in really a concise manner, and I'll summarize it just in a couple of sentences because it's very important to understand what is happening right now. The fact that my nature is different than a normal Homo sapiens is nothing new in Israel. Okay, it's not. I'm all my life I'm surrounded by intelligent people of the intelligence community, and it's being hidden from me. They hide it from me because they don't want me to know it, because they feel that if I know it, I will run away from their from their enslavement. But they also don't want the public in the rest of the world to know about it. Now, the issue is a little complicated because there are currently other foreigners, which means extraterrestrial, in Earth, and this is a well-known issue for many people all around the world. But I'm another kind of extraterrestrial, and the reason for the secrecy, for the extra level of secrecy, is the following: the Israelis used me since a long time ago in order to conduct all sort of operations that the rest of the world see in a very bad way. And first of all, when I speak about operation, I'm referring to the opening and the passing of a gate, which I've never seen in my life, and I don't even know where it's located. I've only recently speculated that it has to be close to physically where I am, but I've never seen it in my life. And the Israelis are by the international law, they shouldn't do it, because the whole the issue of the portal is not a new one. It's a theme in the international secret international history for many decades now, and there were many scandals around it. So we're not in the first chapter of this horror novel. So one of the consequences of the previous chapters was that the world doesn't want Israel to continue their horrible actions. But the Israelis are doing whatever they want, and the world doesn't really care, because otherwise, the Israelis couldn't have continued, because the world have vested interest in that, and I've spoken briefly about it yesterday. So the Israelis continue, but they want me to do it unknowingly. That's why they subject me to great torture and psychological conditioning and all sorts of stuff like that. Now, it should be mentioned, and to complete this specific part of the puzzle, that my existence is a great news to humankind. Not only in the fact that I'm a proof of other advanced technological cultures, which in itself is a great news for mankind for many reasons, but also, even with disregard to where I come from and who I am, my body itself contains material which has an extremely interesting and beneficial properties. Extremely, and it's not hard to discover it. I myself, using close to zero biological knowledge, without any help of anyone, when I'm under house arrest, using only the most basic scientific apparel that can be used at almost anyone that have kids and bought them some kind of like a toy microscope and things like that. Just with this, with the most basic, cheap equipment, and without any prior knowledge, I've managed to show you in the last week or so. It took me just one week to show you, everyone who is my audience, or anyone who sees my like who watches my video, to show you to positively demonstrate you that the entire physics that humankind possess is based on wrong assumptions, and that you need to rethink everything you know about the cosmos. This stems just from the YouTube videos that I uploaded during the last week. The implications are amazing for humanity. And if you want to be super specific, for people that don't like to mess too much with things like philosophy or cosmology, so let's put it even more concrete. Proper and moral research of my properties, of course, that could be done with my cooperation, and there is no reason why I will not cooperate. If it's done by normal people and not under a Nazi regime, such research would surely, and without a shred of a doubt, will contribute immensely to medicine. Immensely. Only just look at just watch the videos that I uploaded during last week. Anyone with a brain will understand that this is potentially the most important advancement in medicine since forever. Since the dawn of mankind, since you were monkeys. Just watch your videos and use your brain, and it's enough to understand that my properties that in order to discover them, you don't need more than zero biological knowledge and close to zero scientific equipment and a couple of days, and they are enough to discover that I can be a tremendously good news for mankind, specifically in the field which is the most probably the most important one, the field of medicine. And there is no human on the face of the earth that doesn't want medicine to be improved, right? Wrong. There are many that they don't want it, and these people are called Israelis. Because all of them, or at least everyone which is related to the intelligence and security systems, and we're talking hundreds of thousands of people in Israel, all of them knew of these properties because it's impossible not to know. Saliva test is enough. Pee test, semen test is enough in order to discover the entities that are populating my body. And the most basic scientific experiments on these entities without any special lab or equipment that, every primary school now has in its possession. These kind of experiments to be done by the most layman of all, a person without any knowledge of biology, no more of a couple of days of such experiences are enough to positively prove that the entire physics of mankind is based on false, or at least incomplete assumption, and even more, perhaps arguably more importantly, that you have in your possession something that, if you will research properly with his cooperation, will be the most important advancement in medical science since forever. Hundreds of thousands of people in Israel know that this is the situation for a long time now, and they hide it from humanity because for them it is more important to be able to secretly conduct operations that are aimed at kidnapping human beings, innocent human beings, and enslaving them. And this enslavement is more important to them than the most important advancement in medical science in the history of mankind.